Should you play our best or an interesting game? Yeah, let's just play an interesting game, right? Let's just have fun on this game. I mean, I guess somewhat reasonable, but I think if we all just go ham, I think me and Fersen just get crushed, right? Because like I am by far the weakest player in this in this lobby, so um, yeah. Let's just play a fun game. Let's do this. All right, GLHF. How about? Well, I feel like we should do something. Oh gosh, this is a blitz game, and I don't know what to do about that. I'm just gonna. Oh, that was actually a misclick. I meant to play R7, but whatever. We're gonna deal with it. Here we go. Okay. Oh, did I accidentally play a good move? That would be funny. Yeah, so for those of you unfamiliar, this is Rengo. It's 2 against 2. And so Fersen and I are controlling the black stones, taking turns. And, okay, surely I should have to do this, right? Yeah, of course you're going to crosscut. And Telegraph Go and Delicious Dumpling are controlling the white stones. So the winner of the game will be decided on how merciful they decide to be on my mistakes. See, like this shit. What do we do here? Maybe this one? Shit, it's Blitz. I don't know. I don't want to make an empty triangle. I'm just going to do that. And yeah, like all the other players in here are Dawn level. I'm the only Q level player here. Oh, you guys are just making. I am sorry. Let me just go ahead and apologize. Fersen, I am sorry for the mistakes I'm going to make in this fight. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Looks like we're all doing okay on our clock. Okay, I feel like it would be bad to get surrounded here, so I'm going to extend. I'm just going to try and talk through the reason for my moves. So Delicious stuff like Telegraph might be trolling. He might be just playing a goofy move just for the sake of playing a goofy move. Um, but I'm going to try and talk through my moves because that will make me feel better about the mistakes I make. See, that's a move I would not have found. Fun. So will white try to disconnect us here? If so, then what? Maybe this one? Oh, talking is normally cheating. That's true, but we're not taking this game very seriously. What do we do? What do we do? Should we play this one to sort of connect underneath? We can't push and cut. There's nothing there. We could play this one, which sort of threatens a push and cut. I feel like this is nice, though. I'm just going to play this. Kind of keep white separated. Travoke is actually enjoying this game. Did I find an okay move version? Nice. So there are actually places where competitive Rengo is played, and in competitive Rengo, you cannot talk, no table talk, right? Because like if Fersen and I were talking right now, I would just let him play the game, right? I would just play the stones for him because he's a stronger player than I am. Oh Lord, what do we do here? Certainly we should try to surround this, right? Certainly. So I don't know. I don't know. This one? Oh gosh, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Um, you've seen openings like this in Dosaku's game? That's awesome. Dosaku, the master of overconcentration. The bottom left is going slightly snappy, but it's all good. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. What is that move? What am I supposed to do here? Okay, I've got a little bit of time. Let me try to think. So if we did this, oh, is there any value to that if we cut here? Because if he fixes there and we go here, if he goes there, we go there. I think we lose that capture race, right? But if we do this first, and then if white connects, can we do this? I don't know what that's for. I'm just going to disconnect because disconnecting is good. Resign. I've played better than Telegraph objectively because Telegraph is trolling. Okay, yeah. See, white wins this capture race. There's no way this can be helpful, right? If we go here and white here, then white has 4 freedoms, liberties, and we have 3. We could play here and get this move for free, but I don't know if that move is actually that valuable. Is there any value to like? Oh shit! I'm gonna run out of time. Tanuki. I'm sorry, Furzin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Furzin, it's fine. It's fine. They're going to respond to the Tanuki, and then you can play back in the corner wherever you wanted to play. It's fine. Okay? Yeah, listen. On my best day, I would do really poorly in this game. We're playing in Blitz, so it's going to be particularly bad. I'm sorry, okay? So it's just the game we're playing. It's just the game we're playing. Thank you, Broken Focus. You understand. Let's stand up. If your house is on fire, at least you get a fish. Thank you, Travoke. You get it. You get it. So what if we die here? That would be bad. I'm starting to work up some anxiety about these stones. I feel like we're going to need to play like an H4 kind of thing, or we couldn't play J5 because he's going to fix the peep, I would imagine. What else could we do? I don't know. Oh, you son of a bitch. You're listening to the stream. Okay. I feel like I need to stay connected. Who was that played that move, huh? Delicious Dumpling. You son of a bitch. Positive, I would love a teaching game. Right now, I am getting schooled by 3 strong players in a Rengo game. You went under, because now if you push under here, and I try to do this, you can disconnect and kill. Does that mean that I should keep these connected? Let's see if you push and I go under. Or is that small? Do I need to just run out and let you have that? I'm going to play under. It's not 3 people taking turns against me. It's me and Furzin are taking turns controlling the black pieces, and Delicious Dumpling and Telegraph Go are taking turns with the white stones. C14 was a nice escape. All right, Furzin, get us out of this mess. Save us, Furzin. Yeah, 3 people against Furzin. Set up for. That's a really good way to look at it. Oh, it's painful. It is 3 people against Furzin. Furzin's just doing the best he can, and I keep, playing these terrible moves. Somebody get beginner ghost some ointment for that burn. Shit. Oh, shit. What do we do, y'all? I mean, Oh fuck! I can't lose on time. I'm I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I just had to play a move. We die in a blaze of glory. We're just dead here, right? I mean, okay, I can play some time Suji. We just die. We're dead. So this little stick is not gonna find two eyes, y'all. Oh, okay. You're letting. Oh, come on, delicious dumpling. Let us connect. Let the game continue. Go on, Telegraph. You know you want to. Let us play J2. Oh, what? There's no mercy, huh? Okay, how about this one? Oh, it's not my turn. Okay. Ooh, the cut. Savage. Oh, you think we're not dead? Okay. Well, there's still a good chance that I'll kill us, so be aware of that. Oh. All right. Well, I can't let us be surrounded over here, right? We're season killers, us Twitch chat members. Okay, now you think we're dead. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Wait, are we supposed to win a capturing race with this? Is that the plan? I mean, there's no way, right? There's no way. I don't know. You're right, Trevok. It's only a quarter of the board. There's still 3 other quarters of the board to be taken. The goal was to get F3 and Sente. Yeah. Yeah, if we take the entirety of the rest of the board, we do have a good chance. You're right. I mean, what we have to run. It's just, I mean, what are we supposed to do here? What? Can you net? Does O7 work? Hmm. Okay, so what? Now we have to kill this, and then I don't know. Ooh, just play randomly to confuse them. Good strats. Good strats. That's basically what I'm doing. I mean, let's be honest. I think we should resign. I think the game's over. We had our fun. I can't keep up with y'all in a game like that. Nope, cannot. I mean, what? I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I feel like this is gonna die. Everything's gonna die. We're just dead everywhere. I don't know. We're in our 10-second Byoyomi. Now they're connected. Oh, I should have played a better move to disconnect, I guess. I don't know. Let's just resign. It was a fun game. It was a good game. I'm just gonna let the score run out. The time run out. We lose. GG. That was fun. GG's. Oh man, that was brutal. That was brutal. I hope that was entertaining for the Twitch crowd out there. Telegraph, yeah, you want to review? We should have hopped in. We should have hopped in Discord from the start. I apologize. That would have been a good idea. Let me hop in Discord on stream. Hey, what's up, Neko? How are we even going to review it? I don't think I can give you control, can I? I guess we could download the SGF and then... oh, I need to click resign, I guess. Okay. Oh, what I'm drinking right now is actually soda water. It's just carbonated water.
Hello.
Hey, oh, there's Furzin. What's up? I'm sorry you had
Tried my last here.
Oh man, I'm sorry you had to endure that.
That's all good. It's all good. I tried to make my plans clear, but obviously not clear enough.
I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed. Oh man. I don't know if Telegraph was serious about reviewing or not, or maybe he was just like, that was such a silly game that it's a joke to even consider reviewing it. But no, Robert00 thought it was entertaining, but you must sleep. Okay, good night. Thanks for joining, Robert.
It was fun. Like, if you wedge at J4 at the end.
At J4, let's see, J. Oh, yeah, I wasn't even looking at that. So let's see. There.
Is there a way to even get the SGF for this?
Yeah, if we all resign, so you need to resign.
Wait,
still,
we all have to resign.
I think we all have to resign, and then okay, yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's the download SGF button.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you gonna bring it on?
Just put this. Yeah, I was just gonna put it in OGS.
Okay.
But I mean, you can put it up because it's probably easier for people to find that way, right?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'll put it up. Let me save. Just save it there. This one. Coolio. I'm down to check out your game, in a little bit, but we might not get to it tonight. I'm not sure.
Oh, your layouts.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta fix the layout. Give me a second though. It's gonna look silly right now anyway because I'm just uploading the SGF.
Hello.
Hey. Was that Telegraph who joined?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, review this game. Okay.
Review started.
Okay. I have created a review. I'll put it in the Twitch chat. And then, or if it's easier to put it in Discord, I can put it in Discord. And then I will.
I'm there already.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, a bunch of people. Positives here. Telegraph. All right, Telegraph. I'm gonna give you control. Like the gang's all here. Look at all these like really strong nerds in here. Positives at 6K because of our damn 9x9 Saturday tournaments.
Nice. Well, I ranked all the way down from like 5 down to 1 down on OGS since they changed the rating system.
Oh gosh.
This SGF has no moves. I can't.
Oh. What the heck?
Wait, do you just want to go back and we can just replay the game?
Okay.
Not that long.
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Yeah.
Can you just remove all the stuff?
Wait.
Start over?
Are we supposed to?
I've never tried to do something like that before.
Yeah, there's not like a clear all button, right? Because why would there be? When would you ever need to do this? Okay, here. Let me.
that's delete branch. Will that just There's not an explode punch, so there's nothing to delete.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
we shouldn't delete the stones, right? We should just create a new demo board.
That's probably easier.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, probably.
All right, I created a demo board. I'm about to create it. Okay, we'll just call it Rengo. Okay, create. And I will put it again in Twitch chat.
Right.
You can also find it on my profile. And okay, there's Telego.
Okay, there.
Give control.
All right. Let me go replay the moves and the.
Wait, you
What
don't
is it?
remember the game?
You didn't memorize that?
Such a good, intense game.
Too crazy. Too crazy. This one, and then.
You think
here.
03 might have been a mistake?
03 might have been a mistake. Okay. Actually, while we play it, I'll go over what's supposed to happen. So once Black Kasumi's away, Black is strong here. So if anything is supposed to happen, definitely White is supposed to turn to the R5 stone because that's
Right.
the weaker one.
Right.
But usually you would just Tanuki. Instead, we wanted to play interesting, so we played here. And then I think Black usually does this.
Okay.
But also, I've never ever seen this without White having like support with R5. So it's probably also reasonable to pincer directly, like it would have happened in the
I
game.
really wanted to get N4 as Black because that seems so painful for White to crawl now.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why this is bad is because it's attacking the Black like strong position. So as long as Black comes back to attack this 03 stone, it's definitely going to be good for Black. So like if it was me, I might press here if I'm going to do anything with the R5 stone, but probably I want to like really attack this 03 more than the R5 because it's closer. It's clearly like baseless forever.
Yeah, and also it's easier to attack because it's closer.
Yeah. But this is how it went down. I think this result is still good for Black because
I agree, but it doesn't feel as bad for White as it should be.
yeah, I agree too. Yeah. So then White plays here. Black played this. This is a common pincer these days, and this is a common cutting sequence. Very common actually in high level games. Black played this, which is sort of avoiding complications. This is also Joseki, but I think this is the more contentious Joseki.
C5 is like usually played, but I didn't. I played D6 because I didn't want to play a very complicated variation.
Well, too bad.
Right. Yeah, so too bad. So okay, after this one, I believe.
I played
Modern
G4.
Joseki is here.
I think I played G4, right? Or is that wrong? Let me see.
Yeah, you played G4,
and that
I
costs
think,
us a liberty, and that produces sadness.
Yeah, it was G4 before C2. Yeah.
I think this is too early for several reasons. Maybe White can even just push through right now because you can't.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ladder.
Yeah.
So like that's the reason that D2 is nice because it makes it so Black can connect up.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, this is also one a very common Joseki these days.
Wait, tell me again. Why is that nice? You said Black can connect up.
So this one here, White is under pressure in the corner.
Yes.
Right. So if White doesn't do something like this, Black will play B5 and basically kill the corner.
Sure.
Once White does something like this, this move, now White can't cut it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So D2 is sort of making a pleasant Miai. It makes things like White is suddenly very busy. He has to go everywhere.
Yeah.
So speaking of busy, White played here next. This is me. I was just trolling.
I really enjoyed this. I saw this and I was like, this is gonna be wild.
Yeah. It was fun. If there's any reasoning to it, I don't know.
I mean, it kind of prepares B6.
Yeah, kind of. I guess.
Because
like mostly it gets just bad shape. Like when this happens, White is broken. Like here.
White's only broken if Black doesn't mess up. So.
Right. That's true. So after this, we played here. And then Black played this move, which is threatening to pull back that G3 and also kill our corner. So Dumpling chose to save the corner, like this. I think if it was me, I would have chosen this. in this particular circumstance, but it's like a very difficult decision. Maybe even White can play like this, and the hope is that we still have Aji after Black does that. Like
Yeah,
hopefully
that's
we
like
can still attack the corner.
That's like a famous Tsuji sequence, right? Where like white f3, black b2, and then it becomes a stupid curl.
Yeah, well, there's lots of things that can happen when Black is different shape on the outside. I don't know how that affects things to have this crazy this crazy outside shape. So who knows how that was actually supposed to go? But how it went in the game. Black played here. Wait, saved the corner, and Black played this one, right? And so
At
that
this
was,
moment, I was very, very happy.
yeah,
like,
that
yes.
was definitely good result for Black, because White is separated on the outside here. These 4 stones are very lonely, and they don't have any particularly good shape. The reason why I'm not as worried about these stones is because the white stone here is not effective at attacking them. You never want to be like attached to your opponent's stones like this. So even though these stones are like maybe also kind of lonely, the white stone is worse. Like that's really bad. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Don't
white
wanna put
has
those together.
to handle 2 groups, and black just has 1.
Yeah, white is busy. So after this, right, white saved this stone. Black extended out, just saving his group, gaining strength against the 4 stones of white in the center. Very reasonable. And white played.
There's still
here.
Aji with b5. So like,
yes, there's still Aji with b5. White played this to fix that.
the
So,
Aji.
the whole reason I think why Dumpling played this is to make exactly the capturing race that we're getting into in the game not work for Black. So this basically settles the white corner. Probably what Black is supposed to do now is go to the
G7.
weak thing, which is over here, and then attack it somehow. So
G7 is the move I was hoping for.
Yeah, that way. This way, is it actually a net that works?
No, it doesn't capture, but like the sequence where white forces itself out kills the h3 stone, and that settles the bottom group for black.
Okay.
Anyway, any of these attacking moves is good enough. You don't have to actually read the sequence. Like as long as you have the idea to attack these 4 stones now, that's definitely.
I think G8 actually illustrates the main idea that black should have better, because the weaker of the black stones is the group in the center, and now if white runs, it fixes the group at the bottom automatically, right?
Yeah, so Black played this move in the game, and it is definitely inaccurate. It's definitely worse than this one, because this way we are attacking from the weak side, so our profit from attacking is strength with our weak group. And that's like way more important than any profit that could come from like this area.
Yeah.
So this way, we attack, like Black gets some profit over here, but mostly he's losing strength with his weak group over here, and so Black became... this group started dying in the game sort of casually. Right?
And that's why I'm starting the b5 sequence, because that would allow us to get some moves on the outside for free to strengthen the now weak stones.
Yeah, I had no idea why you did this, actually. I don't think it's well timed. Because if you want moves on the outside, you could play like this one first.
Hey, right? What's up, Frozen?
Like if that's
so positive. I told Frozen I would play with him
first,
if he had some time.
Like
so since he's back,
severe
if you don't mind, maybe Frozen and I can play a game after this.
I wasn't sure if I don't force the whole sequence, you get like a stronger response later by attacking our group on the bottom. Like F2 is kind of not great now, but it's uncomfortable later because it takes away our base. So if like the white stones in the center get out, our group at the bottom becomes weak again in some scenarios.
Right. But in general, this is like B5 thing isn't immediately making something like work in the sense that you get a move that's too good, that's more than you would just get from a normal move in Gote. So usually if you play a forcing sequence like this and you don't get something that's too good, it's usually going to be bad exchanges. I'm not sure if the timing thing will actually work out like you describe it will, but like I agree. Unless you really know, then I would recommend not doing this sort of thing. But okay, it happened in the game. The beginner go went along with it because he didn't know what was going on. Fair enough.
I'm just lost in the woods. You know, you guys are playing Go.
I mean, the next move is what really killed me. I was sitting here, I was like, oh no.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll-
this Tanuki.
I was like, if white plays C11, I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
Right. This Tanuki is ignoring these stones, which is okay if you can give them up, right? If you consider them to be light. But
Yeah.
actually, when white starts attacking them, doesn't it feel so bad to give them up?
Of course.
So if we decide that we really need to save those stones, then you need to treat them like they're heavy, like right now, and in a group and play some move. This
Okay.
one, or I think Fersen was thinking of this one.
So I was
Yep.
thinking
also-
about that, but I thought it was so easy for white to settle that C9 just wasn't threatening. But I guess it's still fine as like, you know, strengthening that weak black group.
Right. So the thing is that the balance of power right now is that black is like kind of weaker, and so it doesn't matter so much that you're how much you threaten white as much as how much you strengthen yourself in this particular circumstance.
Well, Frozen Soul says F9 is the critical point. It's interesting.
F9 makes sense when we're speaking about this weak group, which is not what we were speaking about. So yeah, actually, if we forget about these exchanges for the moment, then F9 is the way to most strengthen this group while putting pressure on this one. So it's attacking from the weak direction again. Gaining strength with our weak group is profit. It's good. Anyway, this happened, and so I played here. And can't you see like immediately what a huge difference it is between this and this? You know.
Yeah, for sure.
In balance of power.
Honestly, I thought like I would really hate to see C11 for white, but when I saw this move, I was like, okay, this is worse.
Yeah. So then black played here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I was ready to just give up the stones on the left side now. I was like,
Well, what you weren't ready for is
Right.
that I was ready to give up every stone. So, you know.
Right.
and you executed that beautifully.
Yeah, yeah. It's a strategy I'm really familiar with.
Right. So honestly, once we get into this position, I like L3. I think we're giving up these stones now. We're now, these stones, we're considering them light. We're trying to take strength against these two white stones. I don't really know about this shoulder hit. I don't. I think
was very
Dumpling's
happy.
idea. Yeah, I think Dumpling's idea was to attack this A group, but this is barely any weaker than B, if at all weaker than B. So it doesn't really make that much sense to be attacking it. If I play anything around here, it's just going to be some light floaty move because I recognize that my A stones are much weaker than B and C, and so I really don't want to get into a fight right now with this group. But okay, we got into a fight like this.
Yeah, H4 is awkward to answer.
I actually thought H4 was a big mistake. So let me put it to the board. So this way, this is just normal things with shoulder hit variations. And H4 I thought was just inducing black to play this move, and then white doesn't really have a very pleasant move here.
Yeah, you
because-
kind of.
Yeah, this one is what we played in the game. I think it sort of sucks though. It's so slow to get out, right? We just sort of connected.
Yeah,
Yeah, do y'all mind if Frozen joins us on Discord too?
Yeah,
I don't
please.
mind.
Cool. Yeah, come on, Frozen.
So
Let's just
Right.
give Frozen control.
yeah, probably. I think H4, probably H5 was stronger. I was looking at this a lot. If black tries to cut, then the F3 weakness will come back to bite black. And it's not like white really needs to fight and save these stones. White was, worse in the balance of power to start with. So if white captures this, that means his outside group gets strong. It should be enough.
Yeah.
Okay, the actual game was like this.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
Frozen Soul. Greetings.
Alright, so in regards to K4, it's
K4.
usually stronger for white to push at H4 and then play K4.
So wait.
Yeah, because the thing about the O3 stones is they're not that big. R5 means white can live in the corner at any time without co. So the value of the O3 stones is not
Mhm.
significant. White can sacrifice them.
Mhm.
Mm.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So if you play H4 first and then K4, are you planning to Hane or do something more severe? What's the idea? Wait. Can I hear you?
I can't hear him.
No, I don't hear anybody.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry, I pressed
Okay.
the button. Yes, Hane here is much stronger.
So Hane now.
Yes,
is the idea.
because again, you can give up O4. They're very small because you can live in the corner. So if black were to cut in that variation when you Hane, you just play J5 and drive at J6, and black
Yep.
is dying on the left side.
Yeah.
And so it's very difficult for black to resist the L4 here. It's much more likely that black would have to try something around O5 or P2 and try to kill the corner Aji indirectly, in which case white can save the 2 stones. They're like Miai.
Yeah. So the idea here was to first gain strength with H4, predicting that we're going to need some more strength here. When we played in the game just the jump, we weren't able to like this shape is not going to be solid enough to be aggressive towards the black group on the left, which is what I think Frozen Soul is really focusing on.
Yeah.
and
Honestly, I
targeting.
think black should turn at H4 too, right?
Yes,
In that situation.
H4 was a very big move.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, black needed F9 a lot sooner, but not getting F9 and giving white G9 was pretty critical turning point. Because, C14 doesn't have a great follow-up when white can just attach on top of one of the sides and settle.
Yeah.
So the issue that you run into with a move like C14 is in a shape like this where there's unsettled groups, it's just too slow.
Agree. So okay.
I also agree.
Continue with the game.
I'm so sorry, BG.
So okay, black played here next, which gave white the opportunity to play H2, which I think was probably not necessary for black, because after H2 he sort of has to respond, or else he gives up the F3 stones, which again saves this white A group, which may not be so important, but it could be important eventually.
Yeah, K3 was kind of overplay.
Yeah, I think the main point is that A is more important to
Thanks for the
defend
follow,
than
Aorc14.
B. Like
You're
the
officially
A
a nerd.
group is almost surrounded and probably won't be able to make 2 eyes. Whereas the B group, if it gets surrounded, it's going to be by this like very weak C group. It's not going to be like that white is so much stronger than black. So A is in like bigger trouble. White is stronger near A, and so we need to take care of that group probably. I don't know. Kasumi out. Maybe this is the shape. I'm not sure.
The stream is so far behind, and I don't know.
Oh,
can you join the?
Oh,
yeah, I can
join
link you.
the
Where you guys are live.
OGS.
Here,
review.
I'll post it in general chat.
All right, it's so much easier to see everything now. Thank God. Yeah, after
Okay.
after H2, the game is difficult for black because K3 and G3 are both in limbo.
Yeah, I thought I had a sequence that just lives here, but it was a misread for sure.
Right.
Normally, normally in the shape, black wants to come out with H5, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Black would like to use
H8 would be
this
the contested G, but
the wedge
Yeah.
is some sort of squeezing thing. But
And you know, like
when white played the J1 Atari, I was really pleased because that allowed us to live.
Well, I think there are very many mistakes in this fight. So G2 to start with, since black can't live, is not enough strength change. So black definitely needs to come out instead.
yes.
Then the surrounding move played this jump. I think is also bad. I played that one.
J7,
I think
J7
J7 or J8 are both much better for surrounding because it leaves many much less Aji with the cutting point. So for instance, with this cutting point, I can Atari and I can like come out with that group if I want. I think that this one is not so hard to get out of for white.
L6 is another move I can think about.
L6.
Because
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. We
issue-
can name it that.
The issue for black is that black never responded on the left side, but neither did white. So C14 is still an unanswered exchange. So if white plays L6 and black comes out on J7 and has to run, and white can initiate a chasing sequence from something around L8 and force black to run up the middle, white will have an
Oh.
easy time reducing the right side, but also white can maintain tempo to build up in preparation for the C12 pincer.
That's so smart.
Yeah, this is a very reasonable way to play for white, but it definitely doesn't ensure a kill on black. So since we were playing interesting, I wasn't going to do that.
No, but it does
But,
give white
but it's
the-
probably better. I think in a tournament game, it's probably this is the safer way to play for white to like convert his advantage into a win.
Yeah, because
Um,
white's also got O6 or P6 to follow up and kill the 4 stones.
Yeah, yeah.
Along with the Q2 exchanges, he can sacrifice R5 and use the Aji to break at R9 later. But it's the fact that when black runs, white's going to be able to start chasing around L8.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
be able to not only build the left side, but also reduce the right side simultaneously. Just wiping out black's, I'm not going to call it like an advantage, but wiping out black's developing potential. It's going to make the game very, very difficult for black. He's in
Yeah.
order to catch up at that point.
Agreed.
Yeah, and
So
you know,
instead-
it's fair to
Yeah.
point out as well, right? That C14 was such a critical mistake. At some point, this just, you know, snowballs out of control because of the accumulation of my mistakes. So, you know, don't feel like you always, you know, we don't have to go through the whole game, you know, all the way to resignation. But
No, it was very interesting at the
Actually,
end. Like this
no,
fight
actually,
is
this
actually
fight is not settled at all when the game ended. It was
Okay.
so hard.
yeah.
So okay, in the game it was push and wedge. This is, I think, the correct way to take advantage of white's difficulty connecting. White could also have tried this way, I suppose.
Cut
maybe-
tends
I mean,
to
this just reverts to
worse,
the other
so-
variation starting
Yeah,
with J7.
so I think maybe this variation is a little easier to hold. Maybe, I'm not sure though.
It's
I think
usually
they're
worse shape.
yeah, it's definitely usually worse shape to do the one that gives back more stones on the outside, since the outside is where we're going to be fighting. There's definitely no way that black will be living on the inside, and so typically this will be worse. But I think it like also is technically supposed to work, and I didn't like the position we got in the game. But maybe that was due to later mistakes.
Yeah.
In regards to Quasar 235's comment, C14 wasn't something I called a mistake, just a little bit slow. If black invests another stone on the left side to try to link up with the 6 black stones at E6, there's not a move that can connect black and Sente. So if black wants to do something defensive, he has to do it by attacking white in the center at F5. Otherwise, it's not going to be efficient enough at a higher level for black to justify spending a move there.
So here, black played H1 and Dumpling played J1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
J2
very happy at this
definitely-
moment.
J2
Yeah.
definitely the easier way to kill because it does not give black the connection in Sente. That said, the connection in Sente doesn't even like give black enough space to live by itself.
Oh,
so
I
it's still
disagree.
possible. Does it really?
I think
So another really interesting thing is that
If you get, like,
oftentimes
this and
in
this.
this particular bottom shape, even if you allowed black to connect to J2, it's not a living shape.
Right, that's true, but it would be so much more Aji to have to save these
Yeah.
stones too.
But you
It
don't have
would be
to save,
difficult.
you don't have to save them because you can live in the corner. So even if black did live there, white already got the benefit on the outside. For example, if you
Mhm.
play if you played something like C12 pincer and black ignored to play J2, you
Mm.
can follow up with C17 in the corner and white's still going to be better objectively.
Oh yeah.
That's true. That's true. But I think it's also a little bit slack. I think we white is probably supposed to kill this black group somehow. So
Well, white should be slack because there's a damn Q player on on black's team.
Nah, it's actually more active not to kill because in this case, if you think about it, you can play J1 and kill it, right? But for you to invest a stone to kill it also means you have to take Gote. And you still have the unfinished exchange in the top left corner, so it's less active to kill in a lot of cases, especially if you don't have to.
Right, but it's a hell of a lot of points.
Oh no, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
It is a lot of points. It just means that black will have more opportunity to compensate because black will be the one with activity in exchange for that.
Sure. Okay, so
I'm
this
only
happened.
pointing it out because it'll be good for
Yep.
you guys to grow to look for things like that.
That didn't happen. So this. Okay, and then black played
And
cut.
if I'm too complicated,
Yeah.
let me know. I'll try to tone it down.
So the
The title of
idea
the stream is beginner stuff.
right. The idea of the cut was to say that black stones don't necessarily have to be dead unless like white makes sure that both of these two groups are going to be like having enough liberties or hopefully 2 eyes in order to actually capture this group like much later when we start filling in liberties, filling in dame to actually capture it. So this is a good move to put like pressure on the two groups that white has. So we then played here, and I'm pretty sure that this move is supposed to be better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he can get an Atari for black, and this Atari is probably bad shape for white.
I think
Yeah.
M8 is also possible for white. The K7
Agreed,
side is
agreed.
objectively the weaker side, so getting this one in preparation for something like N6 or O6 is also pretty big.
Now
And
black
Yeah,
can live again, though.
But black plays here, black plays here, and black plays this one. It's Sente.
Yeah.
And now it's
White
alive.
White can
This way,
defend.
yeah.
White can defend with F9, and black can still live in Gote. But
And of course, white is still winning, but it's no fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
compensation is of course C12 and killing off L4 naturally. So
This is the
Yeah.
sequence I really
All of
wanted.
this. Yeah.
yeah, this would be oppressive, I think, for white. If it's black, I'd be pretty comfortable resigning here.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I completely agree.
It's definitely a hard game, but okay.
But
what we
it's
did-
like
You're
it's not
just
as
toying
bad
with
as,
your
like-
food,
Definitely.
Telegraph.
No, that's true. That's
He
true.
wants all the death.
I'm trying to kill here. We wanted an interesting game. So okay, here. Black played that. Where did black played here next. So in this case, certainly
Always Atari.
Always Atari, because when you get that one exchange, it gains you noticeably more strength with the center stone that you need to use to counterattack this group right now. This is the weakest group for white, and so that's the area where we want to be focusing our fighting. And generally, when you get that Atari, you're not going to be behind in any like pushing fights one against each other after this one. And white goes here. The reason why white goes here is because it's like white has significantly more capturing pressure on this one stone, because his head is out one stone further when they're in direct contact. So I like to call that a pushing fight, and it really matters to have the best like pushing fight situation that you can. So
The other thing is, oh sorry. The other thing
so
is
in this
that
situation,
I think
black has like
sorry.
extra support over here, but in this one, white has extra support over here, and so it makes it like way harder for white to net this stone when we have this when you have this shape as opposed to this shape. Does that make sense? It's sort of murky for me too. Either of you have a better way to explain it?
I think
Yes,
my reasoning is mostly you will never get the chance.
Did I disconnect?
No.
Can you hear us? Hello? Maybe he did
Telegraph?
disconnect.
Maybe.
But how did he know before he was fully disconnected?
Yeah.
He's psychic.
Uh,
The easiest
the-
way to explain
Hello?
K9 is It just gives black more liberties when you play the Atari exchange.
Yeah. And and not giving that Atari also helps white. Like that extend is a good move for white, so you shouldn't get the chance to play it.
Wow.
Welcome back. A question for Telegraph and Frozen, because I don't know about E9 is I feel like with the preparation of the exchanges in the bottom left, would a different move like D8 to take away liberties be better, and then to get the jump? Because I'm not sure.
If D8 can ever become Sente, then sure. But if you don't have a way to manipulate the liberties for D8 to win any kind of capturing race with B7, D8 will never be Sente and white will occupy D10 immediately.
That's fair. Yeah,
So
okay.
the tempo here is incredibly tight. The issue was the black's D6 stones died with little to no compensation.
Yeah.
If black was able to play the vital point at f9 earlier, white would not have access to it in this shape now, and his shape would be incredibly weak as a result of that. If you can imagine that white stone being black in this case, you can see just how important that f9 diagonal actually is for the center fight.
Yeah. Oh, did Telegraph drop out?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
DC'd again.
Ah.
Of course, I didn't read all this stuff out when I suggested f9. It just looked like the vital point, but this is an example of where you can see why black having f9 would actually make a difference here.
Because yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, right? It's just we played from the wrong direction.
Since black starts to see it is over on the bottom left, why not protecting other corners instead of having white laddering in the center?
What do you mean by laddering? Quasar? I'm not sure.
Maybe he's saying like just let the dead stones die and play elsewhere.
Yes, normally that would be the case. If black had good Sente investments to play elsewhere right now, the only place black can play actively is the top left corner. Any other move that black plays would be Gote. I mean, R6 is the biggest point for black because it kills the R5 stone, but black really needs to get at F17. I mean, very busy for black.
Yeah, the other issue is it's very hard to get enough compensation to not just outright lose the game without putting up a fight there.
That was my reasoning as well too. Like that, I kept fighting there because I was just like, I can't just let if these just die, then we just lose. So I mean, we have to fight. But I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes playing elsewhere and trying to start more complications can be useful. If the Atari exchange was made like it is in this example, black attacking the top left stone in some creative way might be a reasonable method to try to come back into the game by surrounding f7 from a distance and then creating a complicated fight later on the bottom side, but that takes a lot of advanced preparation, and you have to be really good at Tetsuji.
Yeah, the main thing I was trying to do was trying to keep the game simple, and then doing something like that is just not in the cards.
Yeah. The worst
I mean,
part about
I also failed in making it simple.
It can be very, very difficult to maintain simplicity sometimes. Just the position in the bottom right corner is incredibly volatile for black, so that's already going to mean complication. But it's complicated for the wrong color. Black would like it to be complicated for white, but unfortunately it's Miai, so...
Yeah.
One last move near D10 for glory. Yeah, if black can get D10, it's a vital point, Quasars, but the key is he needs to get it in Sente. It needs to be Sente in more than one way, like against the center or against the top left or both. It needs to induce something to where black can reasonably make use of it, because if it's just played in Gote, then it's not going to be doing much of anything. But yes, good that you're looking at that point, because it is a mutual vital point for both sides.
Is Telegraph back?
I think so.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you now. Our Lord and Savior has returned.
Sorry. Okay. Shall we continue with the game from the
Yeah,
the game
I
position?
thought we had a chance at the end.
Yes, you did, for sure.
When in doubt,
We're-
nuclear Tetsuji is always applicable.
Well, that's what I played.
Oh, I've had one time in a tournament, I had an opponent play kicks under the table as co-threats. It was very effective.
like a stranger, not like a friend of yours you were playing.
No, a friend of mine. A friend
Okay,
of mine.
okay, yeah.
You want to pass your turn.
Yeah. If you love your shins, you will not play this move.
Like Time Suji, just grab his clock and run. You know. There you go.
And I once had like an old man take my captured stones and place them back on the board.
Nice.
Lovely.
That's how you know rules aren't enforced.
I-
you know.
I love Kageyama's suggestion. He's like, he specifies only do it in an informal setting, right? But he's like, he shows this early game ko, right? Like you know, like a move 6 ko or something. And he's like, this ko is so important, you should just fill it while your opponent is thinking of a ko threat, and then you tell them, please move twice wherever you want. Man, I want to do that.
Yeah, that's effectively what early co's amount to. Is
Yeah, because there's no ko threats in the early game, right? Yeah.
Two free moves. That's actually a really good counting method for anybody watching. If you're ever wondering like how big the value of a ko is, you just count the points in prisoners and territory and divide by the number of free moves you give your opponent.
Whoa. I gotta write that down. Hold on.
Oh, I was so happy when you extended to J11. I was like, yes, this is our chance. And then L2, and I was like, no!
Listen, I didn't know what was going on. All right.
Okay. Let's try to give some commentary, some kind of. Okay, so Black comes out here. Definitely, the tone is that he's harassing this A group to try to resurrect this B group, or at least that's the threat.
Yeah, it's necromancy is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
Black needed
So-
M6.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to like overwrite. It's just white can't capture the stone in the ladder. Q16 is the ladder breaker.
Well,
so black can move out from the L5 stones.
This is actually definitely wrong direction. I can correct you here. I guarantee that that's incorrect because white plays here. There's no way to surround either group for sure. So since you can't surround either group, all you can get is this. That's
you can
nowhere
push it
near enough.
Tengen. You can push it Tengen or extend to L9 here.
This is definitely a huge not enough.
Yeah, after the Hane, you can extend to N6. I mean, it's not going to be great, but Black doesn't have a realistic way to kill K7 either. So
Well, the
He's
way
trying
the
to get
game
some
definitely
fortune moves.
made more complications. I definitely appreciate what they did in the game. This it means that there's better chance of at least getting these 2 stones in good shape, and also these 2 stones for Black are still difficult to deal with for white. So this fight is definitely at least as good as the one where Black starts from the bottom side. If you start from the bottom side, then you're starting from your strong side, and if you start from the middle, you're starting from your weak side. So it's probably correct. Okay, so here we cut right away. Definitely, I don't know about the attach. I was kind of when I played it. I was kind of just trying to make the same shape I had made earlier in the game.
I was kind of confused, and I was like, okay.
yeah. Probably that's not exactly correct. Probably white should be playing some move like this, really making Black do that, and then coming here if white wants to be very solid about the way he's treating things and putting like A under as much pressure as possible. I would expect Black, if they're trying to make complications, not to respond to this and then try this fight, see how it goes. It seems very difficult for Black though. Okay, so this is probably a bad move. Hane seems like a reasonable response because it's a Hane in good direction, and the cut probably doesn't seem to accomplish a goal.
I thought it would be sort of okay if you just play the squeeze and then extend out.
You squeeze like this. I recently
Yeah.
learned from AI that uh, squeezes that don't like actually capture something are way worse than we were thinking before AI.
Oh,
So like in
interesting.
many yeah, in many old games where people were like squeezing and saying, "Oh, this is probably good because you get to squeeze," it's actually just equal or even good for the guy who got squeezed.
Wow.
And so I don't really know the reason why, but because of that, personally, I'm at least a little bit more suspicious
Yeah,
of this sort of
and
thing than I used to be.
this also gives Black a Punuki because of the Damatsumari, right?
There's some.
There's definitely some problems for white this group. I don't know exactly what they are.
Typically, AI likes to squeeze for either maximum pressure and it intends to double Hane or extend and then Hane when the space is incredibly tight for the stones that were squeezed. Or it needs to use the squeeze to develop a more fixed eye shape that can't be targeted as easily. But if it's not accomplishing one of those two goals, it usually doesn't play it. It'll pretend it'll prefer to sacrifice the stones lightly and then bring them back to life later.
Right. Yeah. So okay. After that, I didn't really know what to do since I didn't want to play the squeeze, and I did this. That's probably not correct for white either, because the main thing we're focusing on is this group, and then also a little bit that group. So it's almost certainly better to be gaining strength with A while sacrificing these two stones than trying to save them. So when I try to do this, maybe it like breaks back shape and I can sacrifice them more efficiently somehow, but it's not like I read that. It's not like I can prove it. So it's probably just a bad idea.
You can do N9 if you're just trying to move out the A group.
Yeah, so that's just like the more normal, reasonable thing. I just couldn't.
Because the sacrifice can come in with the N6 attachment if Black tries to break at L8. And so that would give you a reasonable way to sacrifice, and you can still make use of those stones in endgame with M2 or
Sure,
N1.
sure.
And it also
Like,
threatens to push up at 05.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So just threatening that is almost certainly better than doing it directly. And then this way, this is with the game, and then we did this, and Black turned here. So we can probably say that like
It's worse than just
this shape is a little worse than just like if Black took without making this exchange. I'm not so sure since there's like an extra weakness here. Like I couldn't guarantee you that it's worse for white, but I'm pretty sure that this is worse for white than just
Yes, it is, because Black was able to get N6, and that makes a difference with the L8 push.
Right, and that won't always be liberty shortage due to this like temporary thing going on right now.
It's kind of like there's whatever advantage white might have gained is an endgame advantage, because giving up the corner is not what we're fighting over right now, right?
Yeah.
Right. The
And
advantage
since the current
in
fight
this
decides
area
the
and not
game,
this area.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
If Black is able to take at L11 with his next free hand, it's actually a pretty good move.
Yeah, it makes things awkward for white how to defend.
Now, he can double Hane from the left center or push in at L8. Both are very good follow-ups.
L11 is way better than what I played. I'm kind of embarrassed by extending now. Not gonna lie.
Well, I was thinking about doing this. I think I'm the person who played this schema, which is actually really bad now that I've read out that this wedge is also a
Yep, I was
short
so
distance
excited when I read this. I was like, we have a chance!
No, Furzin. No, you didn't. You never had a chance. You were just fooling yourself.
Nah. So probably I didn't want to do this right away because it makes another group to commit to for white. Already we need to save these two groups basically no matter what, since we've already like decided that we're killing this group. It would be very, very bad exchanges if you gave either of them up now. So probably committing to a third group is not a good idea. So that means I should probably either save one or the other. And I think that the bottom side group, this one is going to be weaker. So I should just spend like any random move, making its shape stronger and getting it out, making sure it's not surrounded. I think that's probably the correct direction.
Yeah, you can shoulder hit Q9 would probably be, I think, the most standard way to get out here.
Yeah. That seems quite solid. So instead I do this, which is just starting a new fight in this bottom area for no great reason.
L8 is playable. Quasars. It's not a bad move for white to invest in that exchange now as a probe and see if black wants to capture.
Yeah, that's
or
actually
extend.
probably quite a good idea to just get it in now, since yeah, if black does this, we want to get this exchange in, and we wouldn't be able to necessarily after I play some other move. And black does this. Even if I defend like this, black can just defend against that Atari now. So it makes good
And
sense
then
actually.
black's alive in the corner again.
Right. Yeah. There's that Atari has meaning. So it makes good sense to get this squeeze now if we think that black is just about to capture Incente anyway. Okay. So M2 probably very, very bad, and then this extend, yeah, probably just capturing into Panuki is better because it leaves less Aji.
Mm.
Yeah, I was worried about K11, but it just doesn't work. I was worried about nothing.
Yeah, you would actually rejoice for K11 because it would give you what you want. It makes the
Yeah,
game
Yeah.
more difficult for white to move.
I just didn't read it. Is honestly the reason.
Fair enough. So here we just extended. We just pushed against this black. That makes a lot of sense if we're fighting against this black. But I think the main thing, like if we just reevaluate this A group and think about what it's fighting against, it's more likely that it's fighting against B than C. So I think it's probably better to be running out with this group with a move aimed at that B group instead of the push that's aimed at the C group.
Yeah,
but
I think
this
it's
is
also
still fun.
just maybe not the right direction.
Well, which group are you trying to use the white group to attack next? Because if you're aiming to attack and swallow B, it's better usually not to play against B directly.
Right.
been
That would be
looking at
true if we're really trying to capture B, but I think we aren't. I think right now we don't care about capturing anything. We're just trying to strengthen ourselves. So in that case, I think it's okay to go and attack the weak group right away. This move does make a good sense though if the idea later is to play something and swallow all these stones. It's definitely true that we'd rather lean on the stronger group or the one that we don't really want to surround and kill or whatever. Okay, so then this move. So let's clarify, what we've been talking about with this K4 wedge. There's a few ways to set it up. I guess maybe this is a clean way.
Just J4 now. J4
just
now
J4
is way
to start
better.
with.
No, like if in this sequence, right? If you L1, and if white actually plays K1, now J4 cuts.
At this point, J4. So now
that's way better than
then here,
and now it's just cut off.
And then white
no,
can't do
that's
this
a snapback.
He's just showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now white would have to do like this one or something and get it. Definitely, that is not any good. So basically, what it means is that here, white should not try to connect and just like connect here. Let black do this, and probably these stones are just dead, which shows how bad my move here A was.
I think at this stage, black has to wedge at M8, right? Like instead of L2, or at least play K2 to take one more liberty away.
Right, things would be very, very risky and very exciting for sure. I don't know exactly. What the best way to go about attacking.
Honestly, I think J4 is a mistake.
Yeah,
I think you just need to get out as white.
Currently, yeah, sorry, because we don't have any liberty shortage yet until we try to save this M2 stone. At the current time, we can try to fix our cutting weakness there or something, and just make sure that we're out.
P8 is probably a safe way to do that.
Does it work?
Yeah, because you can just keep
because right now it works, but after this one, and then here, I don't know.
What about? Hang on.
Very scary.
Yeah.
I would just do this.
I think against
maybe this one is fine.
Yeah, that one's actually probably Sente. I think black needs to answer this.
I mean, yeah, probably if black answers, then it's now we can do even Q9 again.
Yeah, Q9 would be best. Q9 would be best. Seems clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, black needed to find a way to to go through the shape, but black's position is pretty fragile in the center still because white took the liberty at J11.
Yeah.
This one's saying if you want to fight strongly in the center, you're going to do it with a liberty weakness.
Yeah. But after L2, we've lost the disconnect RG2.
Well, it still would have worked. I think if I if I was the one playing and if Dumpling didn't save me, I would probably have done like this. And then
Is
you
that
can do this. And
CN Go King? Is CN China? Is that like China Go King?
Again,
that would
Thanks
have
for
been
the follow.
nice.
You're officially a nerd.
Yeah. So thank you, Dumpling. Thank you, Dumpling. Instead, they played here. And so this is just making some random corner Aji. Probably, again, white should just take care of the very important A group in some way. So after this one, it gives black
some
initiative, actually. Black
yeah,
can try,
after
like,
this one,
now here.
BG was like, let's just lose on time. And I was like, no, we have a chance now.
I
think we always have to wedge, right? Like the
wedge is probably the
L8
better way.
is because now the bamboo doesn't work.
Yeah, now we can't like Atari here. Here it's a cut probably. Wait, is it? I'm very confused.
So for
Let's say it's tricky and just leave it at that.
Yeah, I know, right? Like you finally hear my voice, you're like, oh wait, that's right. We're watching Beginner Go stream.
Don't worry.
I'm
we
a spectator
can lose
too.
The game more effectively.
Everyone would lose the game somehow. It would be great.
I think if black wedged, white just extends to N7. That would be the simplest.
That's probably. And you're just gonna give up those. Those 2 stones.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, the corner AG after Q2 is actually big with the wedge at P6. So it's very difficult to be comfortable
is effectively.
at the blast.
Oh, so many tears.
Anyway, this was quite an exciting fight. I hope it was like somewhat illuminating to hear us talk about how many mistakes we were making all the time, every move basically.
That's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks,
No one is
Sadakatsu. Thanks for the
especially
raid. What's up, Sadakatsu viewers? Good to see y'all.
I agree.
Wait, is Beginner Go muted in this call?
No, sorry. Occasionally, I want to talk to the stream, cause like
okay.
but I don't want to interrupt y'all. So I mute myself every now and then.
That's
So,
alright.
do you have any questions that like chat raised or anything in particular to still talk about this game?
No, I just think I'm never gonna invite you to play Rengo again. You're so cruel. Just play with your food. Ugh.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm just kidding. I
He
know.
played enough to give us a chance at the end.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm not gonna find that. Come on. That's like even worse. You're like, oh hey, look, if Beginner Go can find this sequence, then they can live. No, Beginner Go's not gonna find that sequence.
You mean that's like if you do your homework, you can play StarCraft in the evening.
Yeah, exactly. But you give me more homework than is like feasibly possible for me. Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying that there's not chances. I'm just saying you have to believe in the heart of cards.
Yeah, that's true. Believe. Yeah.
I believe in the House of Cards.
No, that was a really fun game. I appreciate y'all joining.
Just call your 5,000-year-old ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Let him play the game.
I only have a
Incredible.
ghost that I got out of a Goban. I think it's a collector's edition.
Nice. Yeah, next time we'll do Furzin and Beginner Go versus Telegraph and like Shark Fox Panda. And then we'll have a chance.
Look, I'll just secretly DM you all the fun spots to play.
Oh, hey, yeah, there you go.
Incredible.
I mean, I might as well just open Kata, right? Same thing. Yeah.
I think I have a game with Chemboy from like, oh my god, 2011, where he dared me to open up all 4 corners on the 1-1 point, and then it actually turned every Joseki we played into a Sente variation for me. I ended up winning that game by 2.5 points.
I played that on a German Go League game once. I was so far ahead that I just ended up playing all the 1-1 points because I was like resign already.
Oh, that's brutal.
Your opponent wasn't David, I hope, was it?
No.
I've been working with David for a hot minute. He's played some pretty crazy things. That Dragon Enclosure Joseki that he'd been playing for a long time. You're
David
welcome.
Zaypt?
No,
Buddha.
Ulbricht.
Ah, okay.
Go
No,
Dave.
no. I only played against you once, right, Frozen? In like the content creators tournament.
I don't know if I participated. I reviewed games for the Creators Invitational, but I don't think I ever played anybody. If we did, it
maybe
was a
I'm-
fun game.
It was fun for you, for sure.
I played 3 or 4 people, and I remember I opened with the 3-5 point and went into the Dragon Enclosure just about every game with black or white. And I think there was at least 1 or 2 dead groups in most games I played, but I can't remember them all.
That sounds like what I recall, yes.
Incredible.
Oh, that's normally because people don't know how to handle the enclosure, so they tackle it from like really weird angles, and it's fun to see like what their creative idea is going to come up with to handle it because it's
Yeah.
not a standard position.
I
and then it
like-
usually
I like-
involves very complicated 70-point codes.
I like the euphemistic phrasing of interesting ideas instead of
Yeah.
mistakes.
Well, I don't.
This
assume
is
at
the
face
enclosure that you're
value
talking
they're
about?
Mistakes. Oh, I left the game. Hold on.
Oh.
Let me go back up to the thingy so that I can see it again. I didn't realize I'd actually.
I have
yes, that
played
one,
against
the
this,
3-5.
Mhm.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
my
might have
favorite-
been
my
against
favorite
David.
enclosure. Yeah, he learned that from me.
It
You're
might
welcome.
I might have played that against him in a tournament.
Wow.
Twice.
Yeah, I don't know what to do
Yeah,
there.
So David and I spent like a month dissecting every possible variation we could, and I can tell you which points in this corner are guaranteed codes, which ones die, and which ones result in white getting everything.
Mhm. That's exactly why when people play this against me at Tanuki, I will not play there. I'm too
Yeah.
scared.
No, the best thing to do is to either ignore it completely or to approach at Q5. Because if you approach at Q5, one of 2 things will happen. Either white is going to push at Q6, or white is going to jump at R3. And if white pushes at Q6, it simplifies the position immensely. You can extend or jump.
Yeah,
Jumping would be the old Joseki, extending would be the one Kata recommends. And then from this position, white will either push again if the right side is big, or white will jump to the corner if settling the corner immediately is necessary. And then at this point, black will thrust at R5. White will Hane S5. Black will turn at P6.
not Hane back right away. Sorry.
No,
yeah.
you don't have to Hane in this case because the corner's not big enough to
Yep,
fight
exactly.
for. So black can turn on the outside. White will usually connect to S6 to avoid the S4 follow-up.
Oh, not
black-
S7. The S7.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you just jump?
S7 is possible, but later it leaves weak points around R8. with the
I meant to
S4
just mute the
combination,
Discord.
so
Yeah,
usually
Velorx,
it's
this is Frozen
and
Soul
then
on Discord.
Black and Tanuki or play P8 or O8 or O9.
Or like anything
or
really. Yeah.
Just
The idea is that black is going to get some useful moves at P6 and P5 in exchange for forcing white to have a small corner. And then the other variation, when black jumps at O5, white's going to clamp on the star point, and black's going to switch directions at O3.
Oh, 03, okay.
Yeah, and then usually white will wedge, and black will connect at other wedge, wedge at P5
Okay,
is
that makes
stronger,
more sense.
and
Yeah.
then black will connect at O4, and white has the choice to take a big corner with P4 or take Sentai.
Mhm.
If P4, then black will usually extend to like H3 or something, or
Yeah.
K4 was the old move, and if white ignores, then obviously black can cut and reduce the corner with Q3.
Mhm.
But those are those
we-
are the common
we Gukin?
variations to reduce the dragon enclosure.
Oh, hey,
There's
awesome.
also
Thanks for
the
signing up.
simplest ways to
Yeah,
handle
we
it.
do have a fun
that
community
is
here.
not what I played, but
Thanks
I
for
will
joining.
remember this forever
Yeah.
now.
If you're trying to play strong, then the moves that you really want to look at are moves like R7, Q6, P4, or O3, and then follow typical AI attach variations.
Mhm. Probably you should not do this, right? This one
no.
I've seen many people die with. and
R, R, R,
terrible
R3 should not die. R3 should subjectively be co.
Okay, fair enough.
If white has enough outside strength, for example, if white already has a stone at M4, then R3 is dead when white plays S4.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's entirely subjective on whether or not the P3 stone has an extension. There's small little nuanced things like that. You just have to study the position to learn all that crap.
Yeah.
I
After this
remember
one,
studying
it's
the
just this variation again.
Yeah, Kimji Silk Kim Ji-suk and Cho-yu are probably the two most predominant professional players to have used this enclosure in professional tournament games. Oh, and just for whoever's controlling the review, when white pushes the third time at P6 in this variation, black will usually extend and white will still come back to R3 in most cases, sometimes R4. But if white does R3, then black still pushes down R5 and then turns.
Yep, makes sense.
And it's the same variation as before, just white has more space on the right side, and in some cases white can opt not to play S6 and play Q8 instead or Tanuki. It just depends on what direction is the best for white in that case.
And it changes the bottom slightly because O3 becomes better, right?
Yes, exactly, because of the O5 stone.
Also, since this is beginner go, we should mention this is probably not played just because this is an elephant jump and black got forced into the elephant eye, which is sort of the vital point.
Yeah.
So white will generally not respond to the shoulder hit with this push.
Yeah. Actually, the only time white does is if white Q2 is a move that white's trying to get in Sente. In which case, white Q2 now would be the vital point, and white can be happy with.
Oh my god! Look who's in chat.
Althea? Alethea?
Oh, that's probably not. Yeah, that's not the name most people know. Oh well.
Anyway.
I don't know who you're talking about. Welcome, Alethea, though.
Anyway.
It's street play.
Oh, is that street play?
Oh.
Hello,
Yeah.
Tyler.
I think it's street play. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah,
if
Street
it
Play's
is
been
Tyler,
hanging out in
hello,
the
Tyler.
Discord. Yeah. What's up, Street Play? Man, we just got all the like mainstream Go monsters all like agglomerated here right now.
All the OGs.
Yeah.
So R2 is another move that white can play in this position, but it's usually not played for the reason that
probably
just getting
not the-
R3 is better.
I feel like
Good
at this stage I should ask Beginner Go if this is the content he wants on his stream.
Well, so
Because I feel like he's too polite to tell us to just shut up so he can get on with stuff.
I mean, y'all are like legends. I absolutely cannot like interrupt. So if you guys want to create free content on my stream, I'm gonna let you. But yeah,
Don't
it's
let me all ramble for hours.
yeah, I know it's not usually what I want to aim the stream at. Yeah, and there's Positive. He's still hanging out in chat. But yeah. So y'all please feel free. I'm happy to host the conversation.
I just wanted to give you a chance to chime in because you've been really quiet the past like 15 minutes or
I
something.
know. Dumpling or somebody in there was like, "Oh, I just realized you haven't talked for 15 minutes."
Anyway, I'm going to
Alright.
bed though.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I
gotta
killed the
sleep.
conversation so abruptly.
Don't worry, it's not my fault. I accept full responsibility.
Hey, Frozen, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Hey, shout out.
Oh, you got a new follow.
And Esselenzi, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate
See you
it.
guys. Bye bye.
Adios.
Yeah, thanks for the review.
Thanks,
that
Telegraph.
was fun.
Good hanging out. Yep.
Bye.
Oh, okay, we all just gonna disperse. Is that the plan?
I mean, if
I thought that's.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. And actually, it's about time for me to get to bed too. I wanted to play with you tonight, Frozen, but it's getting a little late for me.
I mean, I have time to throw down like 30 moves, but I also have to get to bed soon.
Yeah,
so I have
yeah.
to work.
I'm down to play. It's getting time for me to get up.
Oh, time for you to get up. Sure, I can play you. What's
Yeah,
your
it's like
OGS
7
account name?
a.m.
Lord. Yeah.
What's the OGS account name?
Oh, you want to play against me?
Sure. What's your name?
Frozen.
Oh, Frozen. Okay, I think I have you added on KGS, but I don't have you added on OGS. I'll send you a challenge. Hold on.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Well,
this is gonna go great for me.
well, I'm gonna sign off, shut down the stream. Positive said he can play as well. But yeah, it's getting late for me. But yeah, if y'all want to go check out Frozen and Frozen playing, Frozen and Frozen playing, yeah, feel
We're
free
just playing this game for the tongue twisters.
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay. I'm sending you a challenge. Oh,
to.
you
What
started.
I appreciate y'all joining. Thanks for the game and the commentary. Appreciate it.
have a good game.
Have a good night.
All right, y'all. Well, it's been fun. That was y'all get to watch me. I hope that that's fun too for the beginners, at least to watch me play above my level and a lot of times, right, I get to look like I'm a lot stronger than I am because I'm always inviting like 20 Qs to play, right? And I'm like, look how strong beginner Go is. But no, I'm not good at this game, and those kind of players can absolutely demonstrate the weakness in my game. But that's fun. I certainly don't mind losing if they are not offended by having to deal with me losing. That comment about Furzin having to play against three players is so savage. Oh, that was good.